Welcome, travelling friends of Australia. We are Willem and Anneke, and we hope you enjoy this episode of our podcast,
where we have a chat to other travellers and give them the opportunity to tell their stories and share the tips that they've learned along the way. Welcome everyone to our podcast. We have Rob and Chiara on with us tonight. They are called We Travel Slow on Instagram, and we're really excited to talk to them. They've been traveling slow and just seeing the country and experiencing everything. So we're keen to have a chat to them and hear about their experiences.
Hey Rob and Chiara, how's it going?
Hi guys, how are you?
Yeah, good guys. Really good.
That's good.
Good.
We're so happy to have you guys on our podcast, and we usually just kick it off with you guys telling us a little bit about yourselves. So who's Rob and Chiara and about your travels?
Yeah. So I'll go first. I'm a chef and I came to Australia 7 years ago, and I was just here, didn't really know what I wanted to do until I met her. She gave me the idea of, hey, let's travel in a van, and I'm like, crazy? No. It's like nobody wants to live in a van, and then it just kind of materialized, and we kind of I just found myself traveling Australia and
that's it.
Just enjoying my passions with the ocean, and it's incredible.
And I'm Chiara. I'm from Italy. Living here in Australia for the past 7 years, actually 8 this year. And we met 5 years ago in Bondi, iconic Bondi Beach. I'm a massage therapist. Actually, Rob came for a massage. That's how I met him. And we started talking about food and cooking. And since then, I think we've never been apart. And then we just visualize this trip and this dream of living in a van, which is not really a van because it happens because we bought a car that was a Honda CR-V, and then we were like, whoa, this is a perfect car for a road trip in Australia.
Short term, because it's a CR-V.
It was a short term idea. It was like a 6 months, the goal was to go into Exmouth swimming with the whale sharks, and then eventually go to Italy, go visit our families. And so of course we kicked off Sydney in February 2020, just before all the pandemic, and we all know what happened.
Yes.
And we were like close to Melbourne when everything was like closing down, and every day was just like, okay, the campgrounds are closing, everything was closing. I was like, oh, this is gonna be for a while.
It was a moment we thought, well, we're not gonna have a place to go to, and we don't want to go back to Sydney. So Chiara was like, let's go. We have to go to Geraldton in WA.
Because it's the first place where it's warmer all year round. That's all we knew about WA.
Into the winter season, straight to Geraldton. We went 5 days, drove about 1,000 kilometers each day, and it was nuts. For 5 days.
And since then, we are still in WA. So that 6 months plan is already turning 1 year.
Well, WA is big, so there's lots to see.
And we keep going.
Is that how your travel page started, like We Travel Slow? Is that how the name started, or?
We started when we were in Sydney, like doing like little weekends away, and we never get to drive more than 100 Ks, 150 Ks, because there's so much to see, and so we like really to go slow. And it's not only just about how much you drive, but also we like to get into a town or a campground and just have the feel of what it's around, and not just like tick the boxes. And that's really how we're traveling. So it took us 2 months from Perth to Margaret River.
Yeah,
So
wow.
Like mainly because like we met such special people in these small areas, like little campgrounds and caravan parks, and
Yeah.
and you just slow down.
you slow down because you know they enjoy your company, and you know I'm a chef and I cook at their houses, and we make like these extraordinary meals with all these people that we meet, and it's great.
Wow. That does sound great.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So you both came to Australia and you met each other and started traveling, but obviously you came to Australia, so you were traveling before. When did that travel sort of start for you, each one of you?
I've been traveling a lot because I used to work on the cruise ships as a beauty therapist. And so I've always been like with the luggage ready, ready to go. And when I came to Australia, actually I came here just to stay for 1 year. And I'm still here. We're both citizens. We got our citizenship, and it just turned in like a place that I call home now. But I don't know, the actual travel of Australia just, came like from friends, like they were all doing like this big lap and traveling. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And Australia is the best place to travel and to be on the road. I think has like the best facilities, and
definitely.
Yeah.
It's safe. It's such a safe country. I mean,
absolutely.
There's no guns like in the States. I'm from Texas, so I know how it is. But my travel bug started. I was trying to go and visit each country and learn about their culture and cuisine and really just get deep into it. And I never left Australia. I wanted to go to Asia and learn about everyone else. And I just got stuck in all. It's been so good here. I got into the Aboriginal, like bush tucker cuisine, and like as a chef, using the foods from there. And so
we've been foraging
along the coast as we've been traveling in WA, and it's really like the most underrated, information out there. The culture is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
So do you actually work as a chef like around Australia as you guys are going, or how do you guys actually earn an income?
That's a good question.
In Sydney I was a private chef, and the company I'm working for, Chef In, they're expanding in WA, and I've been kind of helping them along the way, along the coast. As a private chef, you just cook for private in people's houses. It could be like 10 people, 12 people. You design your own menu.
Wow.
And it's a great opportunity to like slow down, and the restaurant's, pace, it's so fast, and in private chefing, you're meeting people, and it's, it's much nicer.
There's more interaction. So I'm the waitress.
Yeah. She's the waitress on the
show. So we work together when we have this dinner.
I would do that anytime. If Willem would cook, I would do that anytime.
I love
You can come and cook at our house sometime soon.
Anytime.
We're South African, so maybe we can teach you some South African cuisine.
Wow.
Cool.
Yes. I don't know much about South African cuisine, actually.
I just know biltong. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's the main thing you need to know. Meat. We're good.
Yeah, lots of meat.
Nice.
But we've been working also. We spent like 2.5 months in Exmouth. We work in a caravan park and a cafe there. Had the best time. It was a beautiful base, because you work at night, and during the day you can go and check all the beaches. And I think we're going back actually there this winter. So in May probably we'll be back in Exmouth. Yeah.
You're going to stay in WA then? Is this home now?
Yeah, we decided we want to stay in WA.
West is best.
Especially if you like taking it slow. Australia, WA is known as wait a while, so you can take it as slow as you want here.
Yeah, definitely. And so much we still haven't seen, like the whole inland.
That's a whole different experience than the beach. So tell us a little bit about you guys, the setup that you have now.
So we completely revamped our idea of traveling from the CRV to a Ford Ranger.
Yeah.
And the Ford Ranger, we have a custom canopy that we put in the tray. It's a dual cab, so it fits just in the back. One side is the kitchen.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, only the kitchen.
Yeah.
And if you can imagine, the canopy fit inside the work trays that fold out. So on the kitchen side, those work trays that folded out, that's an actual table.
We made a bench out of it.
So it's like a
Yeah.
kitchen workbench, stainless steel. You get to clean your, Spanish mackerel or whatever you catch from the ocean, hose it down, it's done. It holds
Nice.
up the stove. That's our little section there, and it's all powered up by solar panel on the roof. And we have inverter, little battery charger for all of our torches, and we're pretty happy with it. It's just like a 120 amp hour battery with 175 watt solar panel. All you dudes out there wondering what we have, but it does us well. I mean, we get a really good run on.
Yeah, we have a proper fridge, a 12-volt fridge.
Yeah, we don't have the run-of-the-mill angle. It's actually we have an Italian fridge. She's Italian, and it's actually like a little bar fridge, so it opens up like a typical bar fridge with a little freezer compartment. So it's both at the same time. Yeah, it works really well. I've been super happy with it. Yeah, we're pretty much self-contained. Yeah, we are. And there's so much more space now, so we can do a bit more like 4-wheel driving as well.
Yeah.
Whether before with the CRV, we did it because we went up all the way to the Kimberley, but the clearance under the car was like literally.
We were like grading the gravel with the bum of the car, just like all the way down.
Making it smooth for the other guys following.
Yeah,
pretty much. Everyone was like, "How did you get here with that one?" Yes, we did it.
Did you get fogged? No.
We made it. But then we were like, okay, we decided we want to keep going. And like, okay, we either upgrade or stop. So
yeah,
we upgraded. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've got the rooftop tent on top.
Yeah, that's just like a pop-up tent. So there's literally like very little setup because you're doing it every day. You want to think about what less you can do every day. It's everything has to be accessible, and there's a lot of things to consider with traveling full time on the road. Weight and everything.
But it's very comfortable, very easy to close and open. We have an awning as well, which we haven't opened much because lately it's been so windy. And that's WA, windy always. We learned that.
Yeah. Annike's smiling when you told about your kitchen setup because we got something similar going on for our build. Stand-up fridge and making the kitchen on the one side, but we struggled to find out what to do with the other side. So what did you do with the other side?
So there's two sides, and then the rear side of the canopy is just like an extension of the kitchen. So all of our big cast iron Dutch ovens, camp ovens, all the little cast iron grills, all that stuff fits in a neat little box. And then we have a pull-out table that we made that comes out the rear. And then on the other side, on the right side, is pretty much like all your toiletries, like your first aid kits. We kind of do we treat all of our wounds and stuff with like tea tree, eucalyptus,
all essential oils and
calendula.
Natural.
They really, I think they're far much more economical and practical if you know about these kind of things. And I have a didgeridoo, all my spear guns, my fishing rod, her fishing rod, and my dive gear, my free diving gear, and that's it. Just little things.
Is it all just kind of like put in there? Like it's just an empty space
it's
and everything
tubs.
Put in
no,
there?
it's in plastic tubs.
Plastic tubs, yeah. We didn't want to go plastic, but it's just lightweight and practical, and it's just the way to go, unfortunately.
We didn't build any metal drawers and all that heavy things when we got the canopy because we didn't really you know, when you travel, you imagine the setup, but then once you go, it's not really practical.
Yeah.
So sometimes, like, you know, that drawer there is like doesn't do anything, or you want it like on the other side. So we didn't want to build anything, and also yet, and also, you know, it's so heavy when you buy this metal drawer that you gotta.
They're all stainless steel, and by the time you put the carpet, flooring and stuff in,
it takes a lot of weight.
So
we basically have like old tubs and like stacked one on top of the other.
Tubs with wheels as well, so you can roll it out quite well.
And they don't open because I pull like a Velcro that goes from the bottom with a strap that goes all the way to the top. So you just undo it, the Velcro, and that keeps the drawer to not opening when you drive. So yeah, little tricks like that that they do. It's working. So I think we're gonna keep it like that.
We have more space to put anything else that we think of. She wants to get a stand-up paddleboard, like a inflatable one. So there's always that option, you know, to expand, but there's no rush.
Yeah.
Because Rob goes spearfishing a lot, and so we spend a lot of time in the water.
Yeah, we don't like even freeze our fish and stuff that we catch. We try and catch things as day by day, because it's actually not that hard to catch fish and get a feed, and it's actually quite rewarding when you know, when you can realize that you have fresh fish every single day. It's like really nice.
If you've got a chef to cook it as well, it's really good.
Yes.
I wouldn't know what to do.
You're right. So I don't mind fishing if it does the cooking.
In dodgy, sharky places, we'll just throw the line. I won't even dive. Some places in WA are like so dodgy.
Yeah.
You
don't want to get in.
Crocs or no.
Yeah. Oh no.
Now,
cool.
apart from the kitchen, that's your favorite, obviously, thing that you wanted in there. What else on the setup can't you go without?
But no, we don't have an answer.
No, probably the diving.
The dive gear.
The fishing gear.
Yeah, the fishing gear, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. And believe it or not, we have also the water filter. It's like a caravan inline water filter that we plug into the little taps that we fill up with our water tank.
Yep.
And the water filter is like the ones that remove pretty much everything from all the water systems, because I find, like, I don't know, it's just the water here is like ridiculously full of chlorine, or like super hard and hard. You know, it's really
very
hard to remove that unless you have a good filter. So that's probably my number one tip to like good cooking, and just because you drink water every single day and you're in WA, you want something that, you know, at least is semi-healthy for you. Is just good water, pretty much. Well,
because it's like, for us, it's like having a house. So you want to have the best setup that you would do in your house anyways.
The important stuff in there.
So what with the water filter? I probably couldn't do without the water filter for me.
Oh, we'll put that on our water filter.
We've got one.
Oh yes, absolutely. Go for it. Yeah.
Have you guys got, I'm sure there's plenty, and you're going to get stuck on this question because everyone does. Do you have any favorite places that you've been to? Really stands out?
I can finally say that I have, actually.
Do you?
Ticked all the boxes. It was Dunsborough.
Oh yeah, love
Dunsborough. It had, like, we liked the accessibility of the beaches there. Not everybody was going to, and it was not as packed as like you know, Perth and Scarborough, Fremantle. All those beaches are crazy. The water was unbelievably like pristine. And you get all your tropical fish that come in seasonally, like your mackies, your Samson fish, kingfish. From a guy perspective, that was like a big thing. Plenty of four-wheel drive tracks. You have like a little city kind of vibe where it's a little town vibe, you know. Everybody is a community and knows everybody, and it's just really nice.
Protected from the wind.
There's like protection from the wind there, and it's just, it ticks all the boxes for us. It's an absolutely beautiful place, you know. There's Marin just around the corner, and the Black River, and it's got everything. It's got everything. Yeah.
There's the forest just behind the beach. You know, it's like it's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if it's my favorite yet. I haven't found my favorite.
She's
yet.
got a different one.
You haven't found one.
It's not as cold. Like it's not as cold as Margaret River either.
Yeah.
It's like Dunsborough is like the line, I think, where anything else just you need protection from the cold.
Yeah.
Have you guys been to Esperance?
Not yet.
We are going soon. So we just changed our plans. I mean, we don't have a plan. We never have a plan.
Yeah.
But you have a direction.
That's why we go.
We have a direction.
Sort of, yeah, sometimes. So we had it until the other day. It was to go as far as Albany. But actually yesterday we were like, why don't we drive straight to Esperance now before it gets too cold and then make our way back slowly. So we're going to do that on Saturday.
Esperance.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a place to see.
Yeah.
It might be my favorite place.
Water thing. Yeah.
The
beaches.
I would like to hear
so
if that
clean.
actually tops your Dunsborough. I would like to hear if that actually.
We will let you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering all the facts, it's going to be hard to weigh up, I reckon.
Definitely one of the places that all the travelers know, like WA, Southwest, Esperance. Like that's one of the places that everyone. But obviously, everyone's got their own thing that they're looking for in a place, and I know it's also a small town and community, so might also
we
be
like
a place
that
you
actually.
really like.
Yeah, I think after living in Sydney for like 7 years, we were like kind of it was too much. That's why we wanted to leave as well. Like, let's go explore, because every time we were going out for like on weekends, and it was like, wow, this is Australia.
Yeah,
you know, Sydney is beautiful. It's a wonderful city, but it's not. I mean, Australia is huge. You know, it's not the real. Doesn't reflect what Australia is. So, and so I think we're not going back to any big city like that.
Yeah, even though like the people you meet are very special in Sydney for us, and in the end, in the long run, when you travel, it's the people that you meet that make your experience like worthwhile. You know, I think most of the time.
Yeah, we found that like as soon as we start traveling, like even the first month, we met so many people. Like everyone was like giving us fish, giving us food. I got a fishing rod given from a lady.
We had just met.
We just met. Yeah. And people was just like, you know, hosting, inviting us in their houses, and we're like, wow. You know, in 7 years in living in the city, it never happened. We barely knew our neighbors.
I know.
Like the names of our neighbors.
Yeah. And there was like, whoa, okay, this is different. This is what we like, because that's what we do, you know.
It's
we
living.
talk to everyone, and it's living, exactly. And that's the connection, you know, that's what you need. Human connection is it's what we all need, and I think we all know even more during this pandemic.
Yeah, that's right.
So I guess during this trip we really we've been like amazed from the people that opened their doors for us. Like we just met, and we've been like through storms, and like strangers were inviting us in their houses to spend the night, or parking in their driveway, you know, use their bathroom and do whatever. And we always cook for them, but that's
maybe that's why.
But you know, it's just been awesome. It's like, I think the best memories we're gonna have of this whole trip, if we ever gonna stop, is the people we met and their kindness and generosity. Yeah, it's been great.
That's beautiful. And I think there's not a lot of people that travel like you guys, because most people are just lapping Australia and just as a family maybe, or as a couple, and they just go and see all the places,
the famous places,
and they need to get back to a life waiting for them, you know, at home. We've just taken some time off, and they just try and see everything and rush through it, whereas it's like you're living in Australia, like you're you know, Australia
We
is
are.
your home.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky.
And you're meeting everyone,
Yeah.
and every town is your town, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
you're absolutely right.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is like that. Because nothing wrong with doing the lap and,
No.
tick off the boxes of the best places, especially when you have to go back to real life, as you
Yeah.
say. But yeah, we decided we don't have anything to go back. We don't have a house. We quit our jobs. We find jobs whenever we want and when we like. We're pretty flexible as well, It's like, you got to be flexible if you do this kind of life. So,
And really, it's the things happen whenever, like, how can I put this? When you're worried about planning something that you're afraid because it's not going to happen, well, the things, they usually do happen. When we're stuck for a job, we're stuck for money, the job comes, the money comes.
yeah.
Or, examples like that. So it's kind of defeats the purpose of planning something, because it usually changes. You always change your mind because, you like this place better, or it's, for many other reasons. But yeah,
It always works out like pretty well. Like,
Everything happens.
something
for a reason.
happened, you meet someone, and we're always like, yeah, we'll be fine. No worries. It's
yeah. Everyone asks us, like, what's the plan? What's the plan? It's
what's
like,
next?
what's next on your? It's like,
We don't know.
We don't know.
We're just no worries, mate.
It'll
No
just
worries.
fall into our laps.
We're just,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
That was
Yeah, it's
good.
good.
Yeah. No, I have a
Yeah.
question, and everyone always hates when I ask this question.
I hate it too.
Because I probably know what you're going to say, Rob, but I have to ask it anyway. Do you prefer bush or beach?
Well,
Oh, I thought you knew. I knew what you were going to say, but now I don't.
Yeah.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Even though we enjoy the bush, but we always go back to the beach.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah. Like, we've been through the caves today. Like, we've been visiting all the caves around Margaret River and all the forest. Oh, it's fantastic. But then at the end of the drive, okay, let's go check that beach. We always like end up.
yeah. We literally went to the beach after the caves.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, it's, yeah.
as a magnet towards the ocean, I guess.
And don't you just love the WA sunset over that ocean?
Oh, it's incredible. It doesn't get old.
How good is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. It really is.
Yeah, we were used to the sunrise over the ocean on the East Coast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, which is really nice too.
What I liked about WA is all the cliff faces from the ocean on, when the sun sets, that orange light, it really hits those cliff faces along the coast. And when you get to places like Red Bluff and all those deep, deep cliffs, and Pender Bay up in the Kimberley, Cape Levesque area, it's just, incredible. Incredible.
We're gonna make a video soon, actually, of our new setup. Put it on YouTube, because we have this new rig, and we're pretty happy with it. So
we get a lot of compliments, which
with time it's like,
I'm a bit shy, but
looks like a good setup, very simple, but sometimes it's just you don't need to go crazy.
Like you said before, we looked at, even though like it's expensive to get like the proper canopy setups, with all the drawers and everything, but then we looked at it and we're like, I'm not going to fit what I want to fit in there. Like, it's just, and it's the same with the caravan. We can go and buy a caravan for over $50,000 of the same
but it's
size.
not what we want. Exactly.
But it's not what we want. Very much the same. That's why we're interested to hear how yours look and everything.
I'm looking forward to the YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll steal some ideas.
Video coming out.
Yeah, by all means, like, if you have any questions and stuff, I'm super happy to share with you.
Do you guys have any other social, like, are you on Facebook and that kind of stuff as well, or just your Instagram and your YouTube?
We're on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Yeah.
So on YouTube, we are focusing mainly on what we do the most, which is fishing and cooking. So we we're trying to also to teach as much as possible how to get everything of what you get out of the ocean. You get a big fish and there's nothing to go to waste, literally nothing, just the gills and the guts. Pretty much.
Yeah. What's funny for me, like, I see all these bodybuilders and guys that want to build muscle and protein. They get this collagen powder, and collagen comes from fish bones, which is from a broth. It's just a protein extract. But all it is like, if you just save the frame of certain fish that we recommend, it's incredible in a soup or a ramen or something that can be easily utilized while you're camping. We've had a lot of compliments from that, and it's just really, really good. I love cooking. I love looking forward to making it because it's so good.
And you have the best nutrients and supplements, when you utilize everything.
The whole animal. It's just because that's where it comes from. So
yeah, we base our videos also, as you can tell, cooking. And also because we feel like, we're not really camping. I mean, we're camping, but we're also living on the road. So for us, it's like cooking at home.
Yeah, we have to eat healthy and look after ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
So every time we cook, for us, it's like you cook what you would cook when you're home. You don't go with like camping food, which can be, I don't know, the canned food or stuff like that.
Marshmallows.
Like you can do sometimes.
Like the standard sausage, and it's every day. Would be too much.
Yeah.
So.
And it's just We Travel Slow on all three of those.
Yeah.
Easy. I wrote We Travel Slow at the back of the car and on the awning, so there is like kind of logo. And once we put that, how everyone is always tailgating you, when you go a bit slower. And once I started writing that, once I wrote that, everybody was like, just, not even tailgating, just taking over. I was like, okay, these people go slow, we travel slow. So they saw we were like literally driving slow, and on the road driving was just like, okay, easy. That works even better.
Yeah, that's great.
They're probably expecting oldies in the front of the ute because they're traveling slow.
They always look like.
Yeah, true.
Oh no, that's good. Do you guys have any advice for? I mean, I know,
travelers.
any travelers, people that
before
just
or during.
Yeah, people that just have that bug to go and travel, but they're just too scared to, to do it because of normal things that are come in their heads.
I think the first thing that comes in the head is like money.
Yeah.
That's what I get the most of my friends is like, oh, you guys won the lotto. And I'm like, no, we worked hard for years. We just saved money for a goal. And then, I don't know, I would say just do it because it's the best thing you can do. It. Experiences are the best memories you can make in your life. And we decided to, not buy the house or not yet, but we just living the best meaningful life ever. I would say just do it. There's nothing to be scared because also out there's a lot of people keen to help.
A lot more than you think, I think.
Yeah. So we found ourselves in also like, tough situations, like car broke down or, and there's always been someone keen to help. So there's nothing to be afraid of, I think. I mean, not in Australia. Australia is like the best place to do this.
Definitely.
That is so true. So I'm guessing like someone might ask, like, how do you guys just find people that can help you? Do you usually just go and ask people like, we need help? Or
I think people help themselves.
I mean,
they're just so generous.
Half the time they just come up to us and they realize, we're in need of help, and they'll come and offer their help. Or
it's like if you see someone on the side of the road and you just like roll down the window and say, are you all right? Yeah. And maybe, so like yesterday, for example, we saw a guy was walking the Cape to Cape track, and I don't know, for me it was just natural. I went there and I was like, do you want any water? Do you want any top up of something, you know?
Food or something.
And he's like, no, but I have some blisters if you have like, you know, Band-Aid or something. I was like,
He
Oh,
was
bless
afraid
him.
to ask because, you know, he didn't want to, but we were the ones asking. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, I don't want to take it off you, but I was like, no, I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's a lot of people like that, especially
Yeah.
other travelers, because you get a lot of like-minded people. And
You're going to get a lot
It's-
more people now because when people are listening to this, they'll want to get to know you guys and be watching and following
Wow.
your travels and know that you are open to making those memories and those connections with people, because I think that's
Absolutely.
one thing that
Yeah.
Willem and I have really tried to do with this podcast is we're not asking anything from you guys. It's literally us connecting with you and then everyone else.
Yeah.
Also, like hearing your story, because we, you know, you see your Instagram, but nothing, it's not the same.
Yeah. To hear the
Looking at your
story behind
Instagram.
all the
Yeah.
photos and how you got there.
Yeah, and why you did it. And
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's hard to put words sometimes, even on those pictures on Instagram. You know, you can put the best caption ever, but it's not. It's, yeah, you gotta talk to people.
Yeah.
Thank you,
See you
guys.
guys. Thank you.
No
All right.
worries.
Bye.
See
See
you.
ya.